Hello and welcome to this video tutorial about how to use the highlighting tools for Kurzweil 3000. My name is Joseph Polizotto and I'm the high-tech specialist in the Disabled Student Programs and Services Department at Taft College. For more information about our department, please come and visit us on the first floor of the Administration and Student Services building. Highlighting your book is a great study strategy for keeping track of important information. With Kurzweil 3000, you can highlight different types of information and then extract your highlights to separate documents. These documents can then be used for a review of a chapter or for preparation for an exam. After you have opened your book in Kurzweil 3000, you will find the highlighters on the green Study Skills toolbar at the top of the screen. You can collapse and open this toolbar by clicking on the green bar on the left. Before you begin highlighting, I recommend thinking about what type of information you will want to highlight in your book. The information you highlight might vary depending on the nature of the book that you are reading. For example, a textbook will have lots of facts and details about a topic that you are studying. In this case, you will probably want to find the main ideas and supporting details. Then, depending on the subject you are studying, you may want to highlight other key information like names of people, places, technical terms, or dates. For works of fiction, you may want to highlight the names of characters, places, actions, or vocabulary. Ultimately, your choice of what you highlight will depend on what you think is important information in your book. Once you have decided what you want to highlight, assign a specific color to that type of information. If you are highlighting main ideas and supporting details, for example, you might decide to highlight the main ideas in yellow and supporting ideas in green. Whatever colors you decide to match with specific types of information in your book, be sure to stay consistent. If main ideas will be in yellow, then try to highlight main ideas only in yellow. This way your highlighted information will be organized. When you first log into Kurzweil, if you hover over a highlighter, you will see a generic tooltip, yellow highlighter or green highlighter. You can change the tooltips by going to the options under the Tools menu and editing the caption for each highlighter. Here, enter the type of information that you will be highlighting in yellow or green or any of the other colors. Click Apply and then OK. You will now have a reminder about what type of information you will want to highlight in all of the colors that you want. Now we are ready to begin highlighting. To highlight, simply click on the color highlighter you want to use. You will notice that your cursor now turns into a highlighter. Simply click and drag across the word or section of text that you want to highlight. Don't worry if you make a mistake. You can always click on the eraser and then click and drag across that information that you want to erase. When you are finished highlighting your document, you can now extract your highlights in a few different ways. One way is to extract your highlighted information into an outline. This method works very well when your information is organized into main ideas, supporting ideas, and details. Another way is to extract your information into a table of 3 columns and multiple rows. This method may work very well if you want to organize information into a table. Perhaps you want to organize information about characters in a novel, such as all of their actions and their quotations. Finally, you can extract key vocabulary from your text and form a vocabulary study guide. Whenever you want to extract some highlights, you will need to locate the Extract option from the File menu at the top of the screen. Once you select Extract, you will notice the 3 options we mentioned. One option, Extract Text, should not be used, for it will extract the whole text of your document and not just the highlights. When you want to extract to an outline of your highlights, select Extract from the File menu and then select Extract Notes and Highlights. You will notice here that you have an option of which highlights you would like to extract. Make sure all of the colors that you used are checked off. Also, you can adjust the amount of space between the left margin and the highlighted information by editing the indent box. You have the option of choosing from a variety of different outline styles that you might like to extract to. You also can choose whether you want to have a space between the highlights you are extracting. Once you are ready, click on OK and watch all the highlights appear on a separate document according to the outline format you have set up. If you want to create a table instead, simply click on the File menu and select Extract. However, this time select Extract Highlights to Column Notes. There you will be able to choose the column in which you would like for your highlighted information to be placed. Finally, if you have highlighted keywords and want to create a study guide, first make sure that you select the correct highlighter from the Extract Notes and Highlights option. Then go back and select the last choice from the Extract menu, Create a Vocabulary Study Guide. The program will place those words of that highlighter into a table with any definitions associated with them in columns 2 and 3. For all of these methods of extraction, you can save your work by clicking on Save As from the File menu. Browse to the part of your computer or flash drive where you would like to save the document. If you are saving an outline of your notes, you will be able to save it in Microsoft Word format so that you could share it with another student or submit it to your teacher. Once you have made all your highlights in your document, you may want to hear them all read out loud. To do this, scroll down to Highlight on the Reading Unit menu and then click Read. The program will then read all of the highlights that you have made. For more information about the High-Tech Center, please check the Taft College High-Tech Center website at www.taftcollege.edu/tcwp/accessibility. If you have any questions or comments, please contact me at jpolizotto@taftcollege.edu. Thank you for watching.